Have you ever wondered how to stream games? Today, I'm going to be showing you my entire setup from the equipment that I use to the software that helps me bring everything together. Before we get started, I just want to say that this isn't a go and buy exactly what I have kind of video. There are so many great options out there with different price points, and what works for me or somebody else may not be what works best for you. My goal, though, is to explain what every piece of equipment does so that you can decide what's best for your own setup. When I first started streaming, it was just my PS5, and I streamed directly from my console to social platforms. And honestly, that was the perfect setup and the perfect way for me to begin because I got to learn the basics without spending a lot of money. As I kept creating content, I realized that I wanted more control over my streams. I wanted better audio, overlays, and the ability to customize how everything looked. Instead of buying everything at once, I upgraded my setup a little bit at a time. So let's start with my computer. I currently use an iMac as my streaming computer. This is where I run my streaming software, monitor my streams, and manage everything when I'm live. I use a Mac because it's what I already had and it works really well for my workflow. You definitely don't need a Mac to stream. If you have a Windows PC or another computer that meets the software requirements, that can work just as well. The important thing isn't the brand, it's having a computer that can handle the software you'll be using. For my face cam, I actually use the built-in camera in my iMac. It keeps my setup simple and it lets my viewers see my reactions while I'm playing. If you're just starting out though, don't feel like you need to go out and buy an expensive camera right away. Use what you have and upgrade later if it makes sense for you. One of the first things I upgraded was my microphone because having clear audio, it just makes such a big difference. And always remember that even if your video isn't perfect, people are much more likely to stick around if they can hear you clearly. And I use a USB microphone because it's easy to plug in and sounds great for my streams. There are a lot of good USB microphones out there, so choose the one that fits your budget and fits the setup that you're looking for. If you use a Mac like I do, and really any computer these days, you'll probably notice pretty quickly that there aren't a lot of ports, and that's where my USB hub comes in. It lets me connect my microphone, the capture card, and any other accessories that I have all at the same time, and it's just one of those things that you don't really know that you need until you need it. So this is my capture card, and honestly, it's what made this whole setup possible. The capture card takes the video from my PS5, sends it to my computer. Basically, without it, OBS wouldn't be able to see my gameplay. And so this is the Elgato 4KS, but there are other great capture cards out there too. And the important thing is understanding what the capture card actually does so that you can choose which one best fits you, your budget, and what kind of setup you have. And I also use the ChatLink Pro. This connects to my PS5 controller and capture card so I can capture my game audio. And depending on your setup and what you're trying to record, this can be really helpful for getting audio you want into your stream. Most of the games that I stream are on PS5, so this is where everything starts for me. My gameplay goes from the PS5 into the capture card, then to my computer where OBS brings everything together before I go live. So let's talk about OBS. OBS is the software that I use to bring everything together, and it takes my gameplay from my capture card, my camera, my microphone, and any overlays or alerts that I use, and it combines them all into one stream. One of the things I really like about OBS is how customizable it is. It definitely took some time to learn and I'm still learning it, but once I got more comfortable, it gave me so much more control over how my stream looks. When I stream on TikTok, I use TikTok Live Studio. It's designed specifically for TikTok and I like that it keeps everything in one place when I'm going live there. If TikTok is your main platform, it's definitely worth checking out. This has been a great option for TikTok. One thing that made a bigger difference than I expected was my lighting. Good lighting helps people actually see you, and honestly, it can make almost any camera look better. You don't need an expensive light, just find a light that evenly lights up your face and works for your space. that rhymed. And finally, my gaming chair. It might not make my stream look better, but it definitely makes long gaming sessions a lot more comfortable. So definitely think about investing in one, not just for your stream, but for your health. I really hope that this gave you a better idea of how my streaming setup works. I didn't build all of this overnight, and I definitely didn't start with everything that you saw today. If you're thinking about starting your own stream, my biggest advice for you is just to start with what you have. You can always upgrade later and as you go along, so just don't feel the pressure to have all of this right now. If you have any questions about my setup, or if you'd like me to make a more in-depth video about OBS, TikTok Live Studio, or anything else, just let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.